Good morning, my beautiful, thriving woman. This is Heather Dunlop, excuse me, and welcome to 2023. What I want to share with you today is your vision for 2023. Because if you don't make it clear and very distinct, very descriptive, you might not hit it. Did that happen in 2022? Did you start out the beginning of 2022 with all of these plans and goals for what you wanted to happen during the year? And then you get to the end of the year and you say, didn't quite make it. And not that you just didn't make it, you just gave up on some things. So, why does that happen? And how can we prevent that from happening in 2023? There's a couple of things we want to do. One of them, the very first thing, is make sure it's your vision for your life. Let me say that again. Make sure it is your vision for your life. You see, I hear from people all the time, oh, I want to make $1 million in my business. I want to be happy. I want to I want to, travel. And when you're general like that, your brain says, I don't know what that means. So I can't help get you there. So let's flip that. Let's say I want to make $1,085,000 this year. I want to make $627,000 this year. I want to make $122,000 this year. Whatever that number is, make it specific. Because when it's specific, your brain says, I know exactly where we're going. Now it can help you get there. If you want to say, I want to travel, where do you want to travel to? How do you want to travel? Do you want to go camping? Or do you want to stay in a 5-star luxury hotel? Do you want to drive and enjoy the adventure to get there? Or do you want to fly first class? And where are you going? What are your destinations? Not just, I want to go to Europe, but I want to go to Paris and I want to visit Ile de la Cité. I want to go to London and I want to see Big Ben. I want to go to Switzerland and I want to ski the French Alps, or excuse me, the French Alps, the Swiss side of the Alps. And which mountain do you want to ski down? Get very specific. How long do you want to go for? I want to go for 10 days and I want to travel first class and stay at a 5-star hotel. Get very specific about what you want, because when you're specific, your brain knows where to go. It's just like when you need to get to a destination. Your GPS says, okay, what city do you want to go to? Then it says, okay, what's the name of the street? And then it says, what's the number on the street? So it knows exactly where to go to. You don't say, oh, I want to go to, New York City. Well, where in New York City? I mean, it's a massive place. Where do you want to go? And there's so many different ways to get there. That's the beauty of it. You can have one destination and there's many different ways to get to that destination. You can choose on your GPS. I want the fastest route. I want the least amount of freeways. I want the shortest distance. You choose which way you want to get there, right? But the whole point is you know exactly where you're going when you put in that address. Do that with your vision too. Get so crystal clear on your vision that there's no doubt that anybody you say this to knows exactly what you mean and exactly where you're going. Because if you're general, it'll never happen. And that might have been what happened in 2022. So let's change that for 2023. Make your vision so specific that your brain knows exactly where it's going, and it will make sure that and it will help you get there. It will give you the steps and lay out the steps to get there. Another thing to do, I know some people who write out their list of resolutions for 2023, right? These are the things I want to get done. And they write them down in the future tense and they say, I want this and I want that and I'm going to. Write it out in the past tense as if it's December 31st, 2023, and it's already happened. Your year is complete, and this is everything you've accomplished. So write down, I happily enroll 10 clients every single month on autopilot. I have helped 125 women get out of survivor mode and step into thriving mode. Right? Whatever that is for you, write it down as if it's already happened. I used to be a survivor, and today, as of December 31st, 2023, I am thriving. I no longer carry secrets. I no longer feel shame. I no longer feel guilt. I love as deep as I can love, and I'm a forgiving person. And I have wonderful relationships with my mate, my children, my friends, my coworkers. Lay it out, write it out as if it's December 31st, 2023, and it has already happened. Because here's what goes on in the brain. The brain says, oh, I've been there before. I know how to do this. So it's kind of like playing a little trick on your brain where you're future pacing and you're saying, this has already happened. And since we've already done this, we can do it again. So the brain will search for, I've already done this. I know how to do this. Here's what we do today. Here's what the next step is. And that's how you get there. So I want to share a little story. You've probably heard of the movie Under the Tuscan Sun that stars Diane Lane. And I love this movie because it's so interesting about how it ends up, right? Starts out, she's going through divorce. She's got this major breakup. She winds up taking a trip to Italy. And on the tour bus, she sees this broken down house and she decides to get off and take a look. And what do you know? She ends up buying it. And when she purchased it, she's like, I want a wedding in this house. I want love. So she goes about, she renovates the whole house. And as the movie goes on, all of these things in the house comes together. And, of course, things happen in life. They come up, they go, there's a baby, right? At the very end of the movie, she's like, oh my gosh, I didn't get what I want. And the gentleman who she became friends with says, you got everything you asked for, right? The young couple. There's a baby, her friends. And look at all of the friends and family she now has around her. So she got everything she asked for. So why was she wondering what happened here? She was feeling like I didn't get what I asked for. Why? Because she wasn't specific about what she asked for. To be married in this house this year. I want to have a child. So she did get it. There was a wedding and there was a baby. So she got what she asked for. It just wasn't the specifics because she didn't apply any specifics. So if you want to create your 2023 and you see it in a certain way, get specific about it and remind your brain of how specific it is. Because when it's specific, that's how your brain says, I know exactly how to get there. And in the end, that's what we're going to get. And don't just say, I want this. Say, I want this or better, or what I see as better, right? I want to earn $122,000 or more net, not gross, net, right? Get specific because that's what your brain is going to say, okay, we can do this. So go ahead, create your vision. It's a great time. It's only January 2nd. Write out your vision, write it out with the specifics and the details so your brain knows exactly where you're going. Go deeper. Have an absolutely wonderful 2023. Happy New Year. Much love to you. And always, always remember, you have strength within you. This is Heather Dunlop. Bye for now.